us. And normally, what he does is he rebukes us. And then he chastens us. He also scourges us. He applies like 3 different things so that we can go through the process of discipline. Lo que Dios hace es que aquellos que no estamos dando fruto es que nos hace pasar por el proceso de disciplina. Y si usted va a ver bien, cuando usted y yo cometemos ese error de no prestarle atención a la voz de Dios, entonces Él emplea otro, Él viene y nos castiga. Y quiero leer con ustedes, vamos a leer, we're going to be reading also in Hebrews 12. And there the Lord wants to let us know, the process that He allows us to go through so that we can be fruitful. But this is important, for us to know why the Lord disciplines us the way He does. Because the Bible says that He disciplines His sons so that we can become like Him. That He doesn't discipline, people that are not His sons. He disciplines those whom He loves. Jesús disciplina a aquel a quien Él ama. Él disciplina a sus hijos. So let's begin in English, then I'm going to be reading in Spanish. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clinches so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before Him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider Him who endured from sinners such hostility against Himself, so that you may not grow weary or faint-hearted. And you struggle against sin, you have not yet resisted to the point of shedding your blood. And have you forgotten the exhortation that addresses you as sons? My son, did not regard lightly the discipline of the Lord, nor be weary when reproved by Him. For the Lord disciplines the one He loves and chastises every son whom He receives. So, you see, He appropriates 3 methods to discipline us. And He starts off by rebuking us. And normally the rebuking process, fruto. Ahora, hay otro paso para el que usted y yo demos mucho fruto, y es el habitar, el permanecer. En Juan 15, usted va a ver 10 veces la palabra permanecer. If you look in John 15, the word abide is repeated 10 times. 10 times. Meaning the importance of abiding. Now, if you want to bear much fruit, it is important for you and I to abide in the vine. And the vine abide in us. He says that if I abide in you, you abide in me, you bear much fruit. Él dijo, si tú permaneces en mí y yo en vosotros, tú darás muchos frutos. Son clave final. La clave que Él quiere es que no esté tan ocupado tanto en el Dios de la obra, en la obra de Dios, que se olvide en el Dios de la obra. Es importante que usted sepa esto, porque si no, usted y yo vamos a vivir una vida de puras obras y se nos va a olvidar la importancia de la intimacía con Dios. Y Dios quiere que últimamente usted y yo permanezcamos en Él. Ese es su propósito. Es de que usted y yo seamos el depósito donde Él pueda morar en nosotros y donde Él pueda tener fellowship. He wants to have fellowship with us, and He wants to abide in us and Him. So that's the ultimate goal of the Lord. The Lord, the vine apparently, like I said, there's four containers. Ones that bear no fruit, the ones that bear some fruit, and the ones that bear more fruit, and the ones that bear much fruit. There are 4 containers. I don't know where you fit in within these 4 containers, but I hope that you are one of those that the Lord said that some of them will bear 30%, some 60, and some 100-fold. Jesús dijo, algunos de ustedes dan 30, 60, a 100% de fruto. Now, it is important that we bear fruit because Jesus says that by my fruits you shall know that you're my disciples. So whatever fruit you bear is what reflects who you really are. Jesús dijo, por sus frutos los conoceréis. So that means that whatever is inside in your character reveals in your nature, it reveals who you really are. Lo que está dentro de usted, por su fruto lo conoceréis. So, nosotros sabemos y Él sabe quién es usted por los frutos que usted da. El enemigo quiere que usted y yo no demos frutos. Now, in churches nowadays, the statistics says that in the churches, there are 50% of the churches are not bearing fruit and some fruit. And about 30% are bearing some fruit. And only 5% of the churches are bearing much fruit. So that means that there's a lot of work to be done. And Jesus is not going to come until we fulfill the gospel, which is to preach the word throughout all the world. Jesús no va a venir hasta que usted y yo no prediquemos la palabra, porque Él dice que esta palabra será predicada por todo el mundo y entonces vendrá el fin. ¿Será por eso que Cristo tal vez no ha venido? Porque tal vez usted y yo no estamos haciendo el trabajo que Dios nos quiere que hagamos. Tal vez esa sea la razón por la cual usted y yo no estamos dando frutos. Tal vez por eso es que Cristo no ha venido, porque no estamos haciendo el trabajo que debemos hacer. Ahora, me llama a mí mucho la atención porque Dios quiere que usted y yo seamos personas de sobreabundancia. Tal vez usted y yo estamos pasando por problemas financieros, pero todo eso es un proceso que Dios usa para que usted y yo demos mucho fruto. Si usted está pasando problemas es porque Dios está tratando de tomar su atención para que usted y yo podamos ser fructíferos. Now we're going to read in Numbers 13:23. In Numbers 13:23, you know the story. The Lord was coming through the desert, through the wilderness, and was about to cross and was about to take over the land of the milk and honey. And you know the story. The Lord used Joshua. The Lord used even Moses right before Joshua to send them to send some spies. And out of the spies, only 2 of them brought a positive report. But the spies, look at what it says in Numbers 13:23. Look at what it says. It says, shall see the land that I swore to give to their fathers, and none of those who despise me shall see it. Then it says, but my servant Caleb, because he has different spirit and has followed me fully, I will bring into the land into which he went, and his descendants shall possess it. Now, when these spies went into the land, they came back, and the grapes were so big that it took 2 men to carry it. Now, that's the type of fruit that the Lord wants us to bring. The Lord wants us to bring a lot of fruit, much fruit. Not only some fruit, but